A real good article by the Wall Street Journal. Uber wins back the license to operate in London after years-long battle. They were tied up in the courts for a long, long time. They just won this battle, so they get an extension 18 months. Now, what happened then is that the stock went up from 33 to 35%. Obviously, cab drivers in London don't like the news. People that have been driving with Uber are rejoicing. They're back in the seat, right? But London court finds Uber is now fit and proper to hold a license in the UK capital. I'm going to leave the link to this article below. In a nutshell, London Uber Technologies Inc. won an appeal over the revocation of its operating license in the UK capital, London, securing for now the ride-hailing company's operation in one of the biggest global markets. That is their biggest market outside of the United States. The ruling is a step forward for Uber as the company tries to build trust with regulators after years of tussles in London and elsewhere. Co-founder Travis Kalanick, who resigned as chief executive in 2017 and left the board late last year, Uber regularly tested the regulatory and legal envelope of countries where it operated in order to speed growth. So they would go in there, do it their way, they would get sued, they would engage in these multi-million-dollar lawsuits, and then hopefully win like they did in this case. The dispute in England stemmed from the refusal by London regulators last November to renew Uber's license to operate after finding widespread instances of unauthorized drivers using the app to pick up customers. Uber said at the time that it had fixed the problem, but London officials said they wanted to make sure there weren't other software issues. Uber appealed the decision and was allowed to keep its drivers on London streets during the process. So it's quite a big victory for Uber. Not so much for the cab drivers over there. Your input, please. If you are a gig operator, driver, fleet owner, get yourself the ultimate gig protection plan with Cova. The link below gives you 1 month free through my referral link if you're driving for any of these companies, if you're delivering, right? So you have your auto insurance, you have your medical insurance, and you want a gig protection plan for as little as $7 a month. Tons and tons of benefits. One of the biggest ones I tell people, if you get deactivated over a false report, they have a legal arm called LegalRideshare that kicks in, sends off the legal letters to these companies and says, hey, reinstate this driver, him or her, right? Your client made a false report. So they bring out the big guns and help you. It is well worth it. Check it out below. Link is there. Plus the link to the article of the Wall Street Journal. Have a fantastic day, everyone.